Welcome back to Awaken Bacon, educational, high vibrational, mystical, spiritual show. I'm your host, Danny. Today's another smoke with me, bitch. Get your cannabis ready. I got a stupid fucking comment a while ago that's like, you're promoting vaping and stuff. And I was like, guys, we gotta use our noodle. We gotta use that big brain, okay? Cannabis only, please. And today I wanna talk about how I have successfully manifested everything on my vision board multiple times for the last few years now. We're gonna get all the way into it, but first I want to tell you guys what I'm smoking. So this is the Paper Planes battery. It looks like a fucking nicotine type like situation, right? But it's not. This is a fucking cartridge and a battery, and it's a 510 thread. Please ignore my laundry going on in the background. That's annoying, but I need clean clothes. So you want to know how I did it, bitch? You want to know how I manifested not once, not twice, but thrice everything on my vision board, bitch? I'm gonna tell you. My first tip is definitely gonna be just make it however the fuck you want. If you don't know how to make one, then yes, I encourage you to watch like how to make a vision board type videos. However, those do nothing for me because either way, I'm not gonna make it like that. I know myself, I'm not doing that. Here's what I do. When I'm journaling, no matter what I'm doing, guys, I make lists. I am a list bitch. I love making categories, lists, little boxes and groups of different things. That's how my shit works. I'm not out here with the artistic eye of like, I'm gonna paint this and draw that. Instead of bullet points, I do hearts. That's it. That's as far as my drawing goes. I love a good heart, a little stencil of a heart, right? That's my shit. Other than that, I'm a list girly. My vision boards dead ass look like color-coded lists, paragraphs. But I'm just not gonna cut up magazine pictures and print out photos online and find a flyer while I'm just out and about and save it and add it for a vision board. That's cool, that's amazing. I love that so many people do that. I used to be kind of hard on myself because I'm just not fucking doing that, bitch. I'm not going to either. Like, it's not in me and it's not gonna work for me. Do what works for you. If the vision board becomes like, if making it is stressful or something you're not excited about or something that doesn't resonate with you, it's not gonna fucking work. Once I started just, bitch, fuck it. I'm gonna just make lists. And then what I also usually do is like, I'll make a list. I'll use like colorful, light colored pens, pencils, markers, whatever the fuck. And then I'll take like black Sharpie and then over it, I'll like draw hearts or like category boxes or whatever the fuck. Like I still make it cute, but I'm gonna do it my way. So I either do that or I make one on my phone as like a screensaver. Now that I'll usually use like Photoshop, like different editing apps. But that's what I do. That's how I go about it. It has to be in a way that works for you. My brain loves making little content things for, Instagram and Awaken Bacon social media. And then also I love lists. Those are my two ways of doing it. That's what I do. That's my first big tip. And I'm not giving you guys any fucking bullshit tips, okay? This is the real fucking tea. I also want to throw in there on the vision board, mix it up between big goals and small goals. Like put some major life goals on there and some that you don't really feel are super attainable for the near future. And then put stuff on there that is also very attainable for the near future that you could easily see yourself getting tomorrow. Make a big range on there. That's going to help kind of like, you're going to start seeing it all together and then just start kind of categorizing it all as the same thing. It's the same amount of energy away. It's the same amount of manifesting powers away. Let's take a hit, but I'm high as fuck already. Water. Okay, here's the next like big tip, main tip. So I don't really make vision boards in the beginning of the year, first of all, because I don't feel very motivated in the beginning of the year. I get my motivation in the spring when everything is in that rebirth, come alive kind of energy. If it's still wintertime, I'm still hibernating. You got it? So I already go into my vision board not really expecting it to be done by December of that year because I didn't make it till March. So I at least have till March. But honestly, I don't give myself like a timeline or like a time limit. That's kind of like the fun of not doing a vision board at the exact same time every year. And like if you do that and it works for you, that's fantastic. I'm literally just explaining what works for me and how I have manifested this. Basically just don't give yourself a time limit. The first time that I manifested everything from my vision board, it took like a year and a half. And then the second time, it took like 5 months into like from the starting point of me making that vision board. It took about like 5 months. And then the other one took about 2 years from the one that I just kind of realized I finished. And I don't go back and like check my vision board a lot unless I make it on my phone. I know people say you're supposed to look at it every day and I'm pretty sure that does work. I'm just saying that's not exactly what I do. I hang it on a very certain spot on my dresser. So it's a spot that doesn't really show for everybody else, but I can see it because I know where it is and then I'll just like lean over and look at it. But I kind of just know like what my big goals are anyway. And once I kind of notice and kind of like realize, because I always stay on top of my gratitude, like I'm so grateful for this, for that, and the third, every little thing, every big thing, I try to be. When you just start implementing this kind of shit every day, you just start noticing like all of your blessings. And so once I start kind of feeling like, holy shit, I have exactly what I've been praying about and wanting and manifesting for so long, then I'll usually go back to my vision board and be like, we crossed everything off this fucking list. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. And if you are looking at it daily, which is highly encouraged, you're supposed to look at it as a source of happiness and inspiration and like something that's like, oh, this is my vibe. This is what I think about all the time in a happy way because this is like my energy that I bring to the table. Not in a way that's like, all right, these are all the things I have to do. This is all the stuff that I have to get done. I feel like that's kind of like what makes it not work as well. You could be like me. You make your vision board, you hang it up on the side of your dresser, and then you kind of bada bing, bada boom, forget about it until a year or two goes by, and then you're like, I manifested everything on that bitch. Take another hit, bitch. I feel like I'm coming at you bitches so bare. I didn't put on any earrings. I didn't have my engagement ring on, just my pretty band. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I woke up from a fat nap and then was like, oh yeah, I wanted to record today. And then I got in front of this camera, started recording. I feel like that's really all that comes down to it, bitch. Like, do it in a way that works for you. Don't worry about, like, you really don't have to make it look like a certain way. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's not for anybody else. I feel like sometimes we get like, well, it's not pretty enough and I can't hang it up on my wall for everyone to fucking see. It's not for everybody. It's for you. Do it in a way that works for you. Also, don't put a timeline on it. That's like the biggest thing. I'm gonna be honest. The little paper planes cartridge hits so hard. I'm very high. And I have been catching myself stumbling and kind of struggling with my words. So I love that. I love that. Don't know if we'll use it for a video in the future. That might be more for creative activities and less like talking. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your grandma, and as always, stay high.